Finland turned down offer for China Airbase in Arctic.
Here's a summary of the article.
The city of Kemijärvi in Finnish Lapland turned down an offer made in January 2018 by China's state-funded Polar Research Institute to buy or lease the city's airport, after it informed the Finnish armed forces. The Chinese delegation included members from the country's Polar Research Institute, the Chinese Arctic and Antarctic Administration, and an assistant to the military attaché from the embassy, the Finnish broadcasting company reported Thursday. China wished to finance a new runway with renovations worth about €40 million for an airport that would be used to carry out research and observation flights over the Arctic Ocean, the North Pole, and the Northeast Passage. Funding for a new research laboratory was also envisaged. News of the secretive plan surprised both the University of Lapland and its Arctic Centre, who had previously collaborated with Chinese researchers. According to the Finnish military, the airport is situated close to their strategically important firing range, so expansion would not have been possible. China currently has research centers in the Arctic region in Greenland, Iceland, and the Svalbard archipelago.
This post received a score of 3,500, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Enough experience with the Swedes and the Russians to be wary of all foreigners with weapons.
Another historical note, for most of WW2 Finland hosted German troops as allies. But in the final year of the war the Finns fought against the German troops in Finland.
Finland was forced to do this by the terms of their armistice agreement with the Soviet Union. They did not have an ideological opposition that led to them reversing their position on Germany, quite the opposite. A large number of organizations were forcibly disbanded in Finland at the end of World War II as they were considered fascist paramilitaries.
Finland was an oppressed piece of the Russian Empire and was finally able to break free when the Russian Empire collapsed. They had to fight off the Bolsheviks. The Finnish Civil War was in many ways a side battle of the Russian Civil War. The Finns allied with the Germans as a defense against repeated Russian invasions. The difference between the Poles and the Finns is that the Finns were able to bloody the Russians enough to maintain independence.
In other words, the Finns were caught between a rock and a hard place. They were not in a position to remain neutral, the Western allies couldn't help them, and they certainly were not going to ally with as recent an enemy as the Soviets. That left them very few options. It's a goddamn miracle that they remained independent at all.
Never mind, the Allies actively jerked them around. They kept offering help, telling the Finns to keep fighting the Soviets with no actual intention of getting any support to them.
Greater than research centers, edit. It takes research to win a war, I guess.
Researching how to test nukes over Santa's workshop. Finland has a lot of experience dealing with the Soviet Union as a direct neighbor. Doubt they're impressed by China at all. Laughing face, you want to build what? After we have kept the Russians more or less at bay since WW2. You must be joking.
Especially since the Russians are now all buddy-buddy with China.
Bullet dodged.
Indeed. Finland made a great decision. Should not be selling such strategic facilities.
I hope every single country will follow the Finnish lead.
Finland turned down offer for China Airbase in Finland. Fixed that headline for you.
Fixed, yes. But it's long been the modus operandi of Chinese foreign policy to invest heavily in these infrastructure projects. It's been going on for the last 40 years in Africa and slowly been creeping into the EU in the last decade or so. So yeah, the headline is total garbage, but that's 99% of our world news. But it's also not too far from the truth in terms of soft power and how China operates anyway.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.